everybody, welcome back. Something different today. It's a medieval coin from the Kingdom of Cyprus, circa about 1190-91. And if you have seen Kingdom of Heaven, this is one of the characters who's in the movie who is very inaccurately depicted. Not in that he was an incompetent nincompoop, but just the other aspects of his character. In Kingdom of Heaven, Guy de Lusignan is depicted as a Templar, but somehow still married to Princess Sibylla of Jerusalem, which is not possible given that the Templars took monastic vows and they could not therefore marry. But Guy was married to Sibylla, and contrary to the movie, she was very attracted to him, and she insisted on not divorcing him when with the lords of Jerusalem made it a condition on her taking the throne. Guy is known in history as the idiot who marched his army through the desert only to be destroyed by Saladin at the Horns of Hattin. And soon after that, Sibylla and their daughters died, which left Guy, whose claim to Jerusalem was through marriage, without a throne. And in the aftermath of the Third Crusade, Richard the Lionheart, the Lusignans were actually one of his vassals from his various French holding. So he handed Cyprus over to him, and Guy ruled the remainder of his short life in Cyprus, where he was succeeded by his brother Amalric. So this coin is actually a medieval coin issued in Cyprus by Guy. It's fairly scarce. You don't see it very often. It's not very big, and you'll see the comparison to the quarter shortly. It is about 18 millimeters, 0.84 grams. And the legends, as you can see, you have a cross, and you have little spherical globules and crescent moons in the corners, and the legend says DECIPRO for Cyprus. So that is the obverse, and on the reverse you have, so the die-axis is upside down. You have like a tower with battlements, and you can actually see it says Rex GVIDO. So that's actually an REXGV. Medieval die cutters struggled to make rounded letters, so the U's are generally as V, which is probably also what the original Latin was. And GVIDO, IDO, is over there. So this is a coin by Guy, and again, throughout the usual quarter, just to see a comparison for how small this coin actually is. Well, that's your quarter. Let's get little George right next to it. So this is not a very big coin. It's a fairly small coin. Medieval coinage in Western Europe was fairly small. This thing is 0.84 grams, so it's under a gram. This Western economy post-Roman Empire was still monetizing, and then you would soon in the next century start seeing bigger coins outside of Sicily. Sicily, because it was connected to the Middle East economically, had much bigger coins, but you would soon start seeing bigger coins, about 2-3 grams of silver, and eventually the resumption of gold coinage a couple of centuries later. But so this is a fairly scarce coin, Guy de Lusignan, Rex GVIDO. This is him and as ruler of Cyprus, where he would be succeeded by his brother, and the house of Lusignan actually flourished. They would recover the kingdom of Jerusalem through marriage in the next century, actually through Guy's brother and his descendants, and then they would also inherit the Cilician kingdom of Armenia, and they would die out they would lose Armenia in about the 1370s. The last Armenian Lusignan king is actually buried in Paris. And in Cyprus, the male line died out in the 1460s, 70s, and the widow of the last king, who was Venetian, she ruled in her own right until Venice took over the island. So that's it for today. If you like these videos, please hit subscribe, hit the bell icon so you will get notifications, and I will see you soon.
I'm sick and tired of living in a van down by the river.